Good evening, darts fans, and welcome to the last qualifying session in week 4 of Series 9. We have 3 names already in the hat for Saturday night, and we will find out the next 3 over the course of the next 4 or so hours. Maybe a little bit less than that. But the next 2 names who went in the hat, it was courtesy of Group C this afternoon, and Matthew Edgar was alongside us this afternoon. Maybe watching from a slightly different viewpoint, but what did you make of this afternoon? Because in the end, it was very, very tight. And we have the table on hand just to see how tight it was in the end.
It was. At one point, it looked like it was going to be done very early. Kai Gotthardt certainly booked his place in there quite early. And I know we looked at the possibility that it wouldn't go that way, but I think we was being a bit ambitious in regards to his hopes. Then it came right down to that second qualifying place, and it was really, really tight and heartbreaking in the end there for Jim Meyer.
Let's have a little look at how tight it was then, because like you mentioned, Kai Gotthardt really was strolling towards Saturday night by the middle part of the session. But then we had the drama between Jim Meyer and Joe Croft. The last game for Joe, he goes out there in match number 13 and he loses 4-0. At that point, is he thinking, I'm not coming back tomorrow?
I don't think he'll mind me saying this. He completely fluffed his lines. He completely bottled it. He was throwing darts off the board. He was snatching darts. He was going down for treble 19, hitting double 19. He did not handle that situation very well at all. But he had that little bit in reserve. He had that second chance in regards to Jim Meyer had to go up there and get the job done, and he had to win that last game. And he came within 1 dart. That's how tight it came. The last game at 3-all, he had 1 dart at a 1-2-2 finish. And it was a fine effort. He threw it well. He was composed. It was just one of them where it went the wrong side of the wire, and he was absolutely distraught. He was heartbroken. I've never seen anyone react the way that Jim Meyer did in regards to losing in the situation, not qualifying through. And that lagged not just inside, but outside. We really saw what it meant to Jim Meyer, and you really did feel for him at this moment.
He's done some good things for Luxembourg in this place on the 2 occasions he's actually been here. But the fact remains that he did come up 1 dart short. And I suppose when you think about the fine lines between victory and not making something like a Saturday night, but it can come down to 1 match, it can come down to 1 leg, but coming down to 1 dart, it is heartbreaking for him, but should he be proud of his efforts anyway?
100%. That was going to be the next thing I wanted to say here, because when we look at the week, when we look at the journey of Jim Meyer, Group A, he got battered. He didn't stand a chance. He won 1 game out of 15. He looked like he was going into Group C. I'm sure the people that was watching along probably thought he was going to be the whipping boy of the group. And he came within a dart of qualifying. That takes character. And he won't feel it now. He'll probably still be heartbroken and disappointed. He took that defeat heavy. But maybe in a week, maybe in a couple of days when he takes stock of things, there's plenty for him to be proud of in how he's turned this week around.
Let's have a look at the group breakdown then, because we've got 3 names in the hat. We've had John Worsley in the Saturday night action for a couple of days now, but Kai Gotthardt, the winner of Group C, will probably go into the action on Saturday night as the favourite, depending on what we see from Group B tonight. Joe Croft, he's going to have a bit of a free roll come Saturday now that he is there for, I can't remember how many times he's been there now, but it feels as if he's become a regular. And regulars we're going to get from this group, come what may.
He looked good in the middle part of the day. Both days started slow, both days finished bad. The middle part of the day, that's something he's not going to get the luxury of being able to do tomorrow. Tomorrow on Saturday night, it's short format. You've got to start strong. So whatever he's been doing the last couple of days, he needs to change that because he needs to hit the ground running.
Well, Group B last night was very interesting indeed. But as far as what the best highlights were, Shane McGuirk, he was fabulous on the 180s. Some other people were good on the finishing. But this is what we saw last night, and this is ahead of what we will see tonight. This is a wonderful spurt to the finish.
Both players have played their roles well in this game, but it's the ball.
Oh my word! That's a world-class finish from Shane McGuirk.
Just gives him a better foundation.
Yeah, there's a lot less rotation when the dart is thrown and he's staying more linear. 555. That's better.
On the 5th leg. Stephen
That
Johnson.
12th darter gives Stevie J the lead for the first time in this match.
There's the problems. This could be a problem for Stephen Johnson. There's that tops working again for Sean McDonald.
What's going on in Scotland? That is a really good checkout. Some great darts from last night, admittedly, but maybe the best darts are to come. And Matt, we have 2 people on 6 points going into this second night of Group B. What were the highlights for you?
Shane McGuirk's 180s, as you've already mentioned, but I think the big stories all came in little patterns, didn't they? Stephen Johnson didn't start the night well, but ended it the best of all. Adam Lipscombe started it the best of all and ended it the worst. So the main thing here is everyone is in with an opportunity, everyone's in with a chance, and no one's through, which makes this really exciting, because normally we can say this player's out or that's it. Out of the 5 players, we know the destiny of at least one. Not tonight. And when we look at the head-to-head clashes, and when we look that there's not much difference between the players on their ability range, I think this is going to be an interesting... I wouldn't be surprised if one of the players who start on 6 points don't actually make it through.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think things could flip-flop, but it'll be interesting to see what happens over the course of the next 3 to 3.5, maybe 4 hours. But when it comes to Series 9, there have been plenty of highlights so far. Tonight, who goes through?
Great question. I think Shane McGuirk probably shown the most. So I'll go with Shane McGuirk. He's shown the most composure. He's shown the biggest hitting. He's shown the X factor. I'll go Shane McGuirk as 1, 2 or 3. Take your pick.
Shane McGuirk is top of the odds. Let's have a look at that. Because as far as the odds compilers have got it, Shane McGuirk, Stevie Johnson, they cannot be separated. Give me one name from the others who goes through.
It's interesting to see Adam Lipscombe still the same price that he was yesterday, but now he's in the middle of the pack rather than being the biggest outsider. I think they've got that pretty much spot on in regards to the odds. Maybe they've got it right in regards to the 3 that go through, McGuirk, Johnson and Lipscombe. That would certainly fill this place up tomorrow, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just? And we have filled this place many, many times over the last few weeks. But as far as Series 9 is concerned, we've had some highlights already over the last month, and there are plenty more to come.
Going to a very high power. It's a perfect power so far.
You require 141.
Like father, like son. Like father, like son. Double 18. Mason Whitlock hits the 9th darter.
Mason Whitlock.
Here at the live lounge.
16 steps back, has a good look. And nails it for a 3-0 win. What a brilliant performance from Fallon Sherritt.
John Lowe dart. Flights doing the Luke Humphreys finish.
Ashley Coleman.
The Highlander hits the heights. A 160 finish to break the throw open net. And a double in this contest. He couldn't sweep in again, could he? It was the 150 in the last leg. It's the 135. Can you reel it in? Bullseye. Oh, we finished with style. We finished with panache. Oh, he was so close. So close.
I think so. The one time that I played early in the schedule, I didn't make the semi-final. The twice that I did,
starts to get the better of John Worsley.
Permission to get excited, sir? Permission granted. Because we do have some very, very big players coming over the next few weeks. And in particular, next week as well. We'll get onto that at the half-time break on the last night of qualifying here in week 4. But this is the first game of that night. Sean McDonald going to take on Tom Lonsdale in the rematch of the last game that we had last night. Lonsdale starts tonight in a decent position, but it could have been a little bit better had he taken out McDonald in the last match of the night. He couldn't do so, and he lost by 4 legs to 3. No surprise there, because that was the most popular result last night, as it has been all week, Matt Edgar.
Game on.
Just goes to show how tight these groups have been and how well matched everyone has been so far. But this would be a great way to start the night, wouldn't it?
180.
Well, we said there's been some big hitting and some maximum hitting, and it hasn't took long. The first 3 darts of the evening. Feels like we're back on the influencers event again. Hang on a minute.
15 maximums last night.
60.
I wonder if anybody's going to get any more maximums than Shane McGuirk had against Johnston in Game 2 last night. He had 5,
96.
which is the best in a game by anybody this week. But he had 3 in a row as well, which was one of the highlights of the first night of Group B.
55.
Like I mentioned, it was 4-3 to McDonald. He had the darts last night. Not so here. The urgency of needing to get that first win for the Scotsman, that pressure does not dissipate. If he loses to Lonsdale, he's going to remain at the foot of the table. Time is always against these players when it comes to this group scenario.
But he's given himself that chance, hasn't he, by getting that win at the end of the day yesterday. Had he not, although mathematically he wouldn't have been out of it, you feel he would have been, because he'd been 4 points away from qualification with 2 places above him on the fort. And they would have played each other tonight, so he'd have been guaranteed to have been 6 points off. So, big, big win.
Game shot the first leg.
He's got to do it again. He's got to do it from 1-0 down.
Second leg, it's Sean to throw first. Game on.
Sean's prep tonight has been almost identical to last night. Got here early.
100.
Spent a bit of time on the stage, getting used to the lights, getting acclimatized to the temperature in here, which is pretty much perfect.
140.
Then over the last hour, just getting switched on, getting ready for match number 1. He has a different schedule tonight,
100.
as he starts in match 1 as opposed to match 3. But what that means is he will finish first. So he must set the total and hope that it's enough.
Starting to find regular success as well with Dart 1, which, when you're in this sort of situation, that first dart really does settle you into the shot. You start to get a little bit desperate when you're leaving it to the last dart every time.
100. Sean require
The last dart this time, he's going to hope he's going to be at the bullseye. Well, it might be, but if it is, it's not going to be to win the leg.
89. Tommy require 132.
Well, he got dart 2. He just didn't get dart 1.
Sean require 72.
A chance to equalise. Feels like a must. That's very good.
Second leg. Sean
when your opponent is sitting on a double and you've got that kill there right in front of you and you take it, immediate confidence booster.
$140.
I've talked a lot about McDonald. What about Lonsdale? started the night losing 4-3 to Adam
38.
Lipscombe. But that is a game he found his way back into. He was really behind in that game.
93.
And even though he didn't win it, he minimised the damage. He would end up being the only person to beat Shane McGuirk last night. In one of the best games of the night.
133.
But there were a lot of missed starts at double in that match. A grand total of 20.
95.
The last time Tom was in a Group B situation, he got through by the finest of margins. He might have to do it again.
58.
Well, this leg's not being done by a fine margin. Could be done with quite a chasm.
126.
We see more disappointment on a Friday than any other day, in my opinion. You see so many people leaving.
96. Tommy Raquan, 47.
And after the heartbreak for Jim Meyer today, there's going to be more.
31. Shauna Raquan, 156.
Is it going to be at Lonsdale's expense, courtesy of this?
Tommy Raquan, 16.
He wants to get on with it.
Game shot on the third.
And that's why
leg
that dart is in there
from
so
Lonsdale.
quickly. Playing McDonald
Fourth leg, it's
in
Sean
this
to
day
third
and
leg.
age,
Game on.
it's not as unsettling for Lonsdale because Sean is a bit quicker. He's working on this new rhythm where he's not aiming as much.
98.
He's becoming more natural. I don't think we'll see the best of McDonald for maybe another 6 months. It might just take him a bit longer to
96.
embed this.
Yeah, he was having a chat with us yesterday, wasn't he? Letting us know that lifestyle now means that he doesn't have as much time for practice as he used to have. And
119.
I think when you've got a very sort of sighting throw, an aimy throw, a more
100.
methodical throw, you need to keep fine-tuning. You need to keep those reps going. Well, when you play with a bit more rhythm and feel, you tend to find that you can sort of have longer periods away, or you don't need as much practice as maybe someone who relies purely on
100.
sighting and without that rhythm.
These two players have something in common. They're both looking for their third Saturday
83.
night. Both without a Saturday title here in Portsmouth just yet.
45.
As open as
Shauna
tonight
Raquan,
is, though,
157.
I'm not sure both of them are going to make it.
$57. Tommy Raquan, 160.
That's not ideal, but he finds the next one anyway.
100.
We've had some near misses on that checkout this week.
100.
And we've just seen another. Does he go north? Too far north.
40. Tommy Raquan.
This is Tom's
20.
chance to stretch his lead. Double five.
15. Shauna Raquan, 60.
Well, that was a big opportunity on the Sean McDonald throw.
$20. Tommy Raquan, 5.
I think he thinks this leg is going to be done.
1.
He was very wrong.
Shauna Raquan.
That was
40.
very erratic on the double two.
There wasn't even the same column, was there, as the two? There was in the 17 and 15 column.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
He's lucky not to
Sean
bust.
McDonald.
McDonald somehow holds on to
Fifth
his
leg,
throw,
it's Tom
but
to throw
the
third.
problem for Lonsdale is now McDonald is hanging in. And we know what happens. A player hangs in,
57.
they wait for an opportunity and they come in and steal, and that is the first opening on the Lonsdale throat. Leg 1 kicked off with a max. Leg 2 kicked off with a 140. But McDonald doesn't cash in.
6 games that went 4-3 last night. Off the top of your head, Matt,
96.
how many go 4-3 tonight?
6 or more.
57.
Strap yourselves in, everybody. I don't think he's wrong.
Well, every single game in this group has gone on the over 5.5 leg
58.
market.
You do get some days that do the exact opposite, but I don't think this group is going to be one of them. This one's going to have a minimum of 6 legs as well. When you've got Lipscombe against Johnston, they both started quite
58.
buoyantly last night, and I expect that game to go at least 6 legs as well. But if you are having a flutter tonight, remember it's over 18s only. Gamble responsibly, please, and gambleaware.org for all of the information you need.
180.
I was just looking at those opening 9 darts from McDonald, and he hadn't hit a single treble. And it looked like he was letting the opportunity pass him by to get the breaker throw
57.
here on Lonsdale, who's been a bit sloppy. And that maximum has just given him control. It's got him down to a finish, of which he's going to get 6 darts at.
139.
One other thing as well, Matt. That maximum left a finish, which means he left the right number in the mid-300s.
Shauna require 28.
To take the lead with a break of throw.
Game shot.
He uses the first marker, and now with the lead, he has a chance to win by a better margin than the early hours of this morning, and to do the double over Lonsdale.
$25.
Not the ideal start. That's a tired one. You mentioned the dart lag last night.
57.
How do you think players respond from the first night to the second if they've been involved in Group A this week?
We normally see a better reaction on night 2 than night 1,
58.
just because you're not going from early morning shift to evening shift and that transition. And you tend to find the players who have got back later, which meant they'd have got up later in the day. So
59.
the time of waking up to playing is not as long as you get from a jump from the Wednesday to the Thursday. But McDonald doing it again here, not finding much in the front 9.
58.
I would even hazard to say that the front 9 could be lower than the
60.
overall average, and that's barely ever been said.
Let's see how his 4th visit is.
94.
It's a little bit better. You can see the relief through his eyes, rolling back into his skull with that first big treble of the leg.
53.
He is not being punished by his younger opponent. And now he doesn't even have to move until dart 3.
99.
Second leg in a row, he's left 167. And this one,
82.
visit by visit, seems to be getting away from Lonsdale.
167.
6 darts from here to get onto 4 points with Adam Lipscombe.
57. 98.
This is definitely the biggest moment of the match. He went for the treble 20 to leave double 15.
94.
But if Tom doesn't hit this, our game might be finished in 6 legs.
84.
And he's had his chance to break back.
Shawnee requires 16.
McDonald to get off the foot of the table for what feels like the first time.
Game.
He
shot
jumps
and the
up to
man,
fourth,
Sean
and Lonsdale
McDonald.
will take his place in fifth and has the most work to do, and he's only got 3 games left to do it. McDonald starts with a win and averages around 78 in that one, which I'm sure he won't be pleased with, but you don't get points for averages, you get points for wins, and that's exactly what he's done in game number 1. When we come back, it's going to be Lipscombe, the local boy, up against Stevie J. Welcome back to Portsmouth. The live lounge is quiet right now, but around about 24 hours from now, it won't be, because we will be very close to crowning the Week 4 champion. Here on this stage could even be one of these guys. Their first mission, though, is to make Saturday. And the man who is 32 years of age from Portsmouth would love another crack at it. A third Saturday night beckons for Adam if he has a buoyant night tonight. 2 wins in his first 2 games last night, but ended with 2 defeats, meaning he's got just a little bit more work to do tonight, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. As they all have, really, haven't they? It's a very, very tight table, but I think Steve Johnson
It's Adam
certainly
to throw
towards the back end of
first.
yesterday.
Game on.
Very, very impressive. Not statistically as good as we saw in Group A, but the match play, the timing,
140.
set-up shots, the closing out of opportunities. He's shown the most composure of anyone
100.
last night.
I couldn't agree with you more. If you go through his individual doubles statistics
6.
game by game, it paints a very good story. 3 out of 5 in his first game that he lost 4-3 to McGuirk.
44.
Just didn't get enough opportunities to take Shane out. After that, 4 out of 10, 4 out of 7, And in his last game, 4 out of 9. There's no game there where his doubles
100.
weren't very good.
$45.
Adam must have left last night disappointed. It was a good, stoic start.
100. Adam, you require
Taking care of that first game
156.
against Lonsdale. He just seemed to lose ground as the night went on.
46. Stephen, you require 157.
Is he losing ground in the first leg?
97. Adam,
He
you
might be.
require 110.
If he doesn't hit this, double top.
90. Stephen, you require 60.
Let's see how good your doubles are tonight then. From the off.
Game
Pretty
from the
good.
first leg. Stephen Johnston.
One of the things that makes
Second leg, it's
Johnston
Stephen to
such
throw first.
a potent threat
Game.
here when he's playing Group A on Monday morning is that he seems to be able to keep his energy levels up,
140.
whether it's Monday morning or Friday night. And that's why he's so likely to make it this week.
60.
Yeah, when you look at the performances of Johnson, he never drops below
100.
what I would say is the standard where if you want to be going to Q school, if you want to be competitive on the Challenge Tour, if you want to be on the Pro
55.
Tour, you need to be 6 visits or less, which means you need to be 83 plus.
91.
I wasn't here on Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he has never dropped below the 83,
Stephen, you require
which means
170.
he's averaging a minimum of 18 darts.
130.
And this significantly better than 18. Down to a double after 12. There's nothing
67.
Lipscombe can
Stephen,
do
you require
when
40.
Steve Johnson has got the advantage of throwing first.
30.
Time on his side, allowed to make the mistake, but not many people enjoy coming back for double 5.
97. Stephen, you require
Even with 3 darts
10.
in hand. He doesn't mind it
On the
though.
second leg.
That's worked out very
Stephen
well.
Johnston.
But I can confirm to you that Johnston in game
Third leg, it's
13
Adam to throw first.
on Monday, which
Game.
was his last game of the day, averaged 77. But the other games comfortably over that 83, 84 mark. So very
78.
rarely does he drop off.
So this is his 20th game of the week so far, of which he's dropped off
41.
1. So if my maths are correct, that is 95% of his games have been at the 83 plus, which is
85.
consistency at the highest level.
$140.
I don't see any stress in his body language. I see the most relaxed version
100.
of Stevie J I've ever seen in this building. And this is Friday, where the pressure is ramped up to qualify.
59.
He looks more ready and more equipped than ever.
I would hazard a guess to say he believes he's going to qualify
92.
regardless. And it's just how. He feels the result is already there and it's just how it folds out in front of us. And he's going to go back upstairs here. Great
131
dart to work around that one. He
146.
switched downstairs because he didn't like the lie. So really good to power past and set up. Quite a handy finish where you get to stay on the treble 20.
88. Stephen,
really
you
need
require
one.
130.
With 2 at the target you've been throwing at the whole game, he's found it. It's the ball.
85. Adam, you require 58.
It's Adam's turn.
80.
And because he doesn't find that,
Stephen, you require
he might just feel some
45.
pain. Just about double top.
Games
Huge
on the
dart.
third leg.
As soon as
Stephen Johnston.
Adam Lipscombe misses. Stevie J back at the hockey thinking, I'm going to make you pay for that.
Game on.
This could end up being one of the quickest games of the week. In less than 6 minutes, Stephen Johnson is now throwing to win the match.
45.
Well, let's face it, he is pretty much cutting his teeth here at the Modus Super Series
55.
month on month now. Or should we say series on series?
96.
If he was to go on to win a title on a Saturday night, he'd be a very popular winner.
100.
It's interesting for the different reasons, isn't it? He came here as a completely unknown and sort of evolved with the Super Series.
140.
Some people come here with CVs and reputations where we talk about them because of what they've done on the World Championship, on the Pro Tour, on various other
92.
stages around the world. Stephen is developing into a bit of a product of the Modus Super Series.
60.
Who knows what could happen between now and Christmas? So many stories to write.
38. Stephen, in require 160.
Lipscombe might not even get a leg in this contest. Considering the shortest match that we've seen
100.
in this group is 4-2, this is opening up to a real shock, and Lipscombe,
100. Stephen, in require 60.
he's going to find himself in the bottom two.
50.
Not
Adam,
just
you require
yet, though.
160.
If there was a frailty in the game of Stephen Johnson, it was the winning double.
Double top.
Game shown.
That'll be a sigh of relief.
Adam Lipscombe.
He could have lost, and now he still has a chance to win.
Adam to throw first. Game on.
Albeit by winning the last 3 legs of this contest, which, against someone who's had his tail up most of the week,
60.
is going to be very tough. I've always talked about win percentage
60.
at any level of the sport. If you're 65% and above, you're playing at a very, very high level.
60.
11 wins from 15 over the course of Group A, and 3 wins from 4 last night,
137.
giving him a total of 14 wins from 19.
125.
That is an elite win percentage in any arena.
95.
The weirdest thing is, most weeks, Group A is won with 22 points, or sometimes less, but not this week.
100.
That's absolutely brilliant.
156.
After he misses the first start. However, double 18.
138.
He's had chances.
Stephen, he requires 72.
Has he put away this time? He isn't.
32.
He's
Adam,
dodging
you
bullets.
require 18.
Straight for it. It's only going to get one. It's going to be at double 4. A moment of composure.
Game shown
A
the
moment
fifth
of
leg.
brilliance.
Adam Lipscombe.
We're saying this game could have been over in record time. However, Lipscombe's got different ideas. He's digging deep, and even if it is just a couple of legs, it could be vital because legs, I think, are going to come into play in this group.
100.
2 legs ago, when Johnston was on the cusp of winning 4-0, Lipscombe was in the bottom 2.
97.
By winning the next 2 legs, he's back in the top 3.
99.
The other thing he's done here is really pressure the thrower Stephen Johnson, because Johnson will be aware if he loses this leg, Lipscombe will have the darts in the decider.
85.
12 months ago, I don't think Adam hits that double four.
45.
He's grown up in this place this year. He's been to Saturdays twice.
59.
He's become a pairs champion at the first influencer event. That may have been a fun Sunday, but winning on that
55.
stage is still winning.
$60.
Stevie doesn't want us to be referring to this game as something he could have won 4-0.
100.
He could have won 4-1. He could have won 4-2. Could have won 4-3 and ends up losing it.
80.
He wants it finished
Stephen, you require 102.
before it becomes a huge turning point. But it could still be so. Remember 2 legs ago when Adam was on 116 to save the match?
56.
He hit
Adam,
it.
you require 120.
This isn't that different. Double 10.
100.
Seriously
Stephen, require
close.
46.
How many bullets can Adam dodge? Apparently
6.
2 more.
A few
Adam,
moments
you
ago, I
require
reminded
20.
everyone if there was a weakness in Johnson's game, it was the match-winning double, and it appears to be the case again here. Will he get more? He
No
does.
score. Stephen, you require 40.
We are going to continue with every game being at least 6 legs. Is this one over?
30.
Turns out it isn't.
Adam, you require 20.
Rename this guy from Portsmouth from Big Baby
Game
to Neo
Shot
from The
Sigfair.
Matrix because the
Adam,
bullets just don't hit him.
7 from final leg. It's Adam to throw first. Game on.
And that demeanour has changed. It looks so confident, so
60.
relaxed. Not anymore.
100.
There'll probably be a lot of panic and a lot of negative thoughts going around the mind of Stephen Johnson right now, who knows he should have been in the back room 7 minutes ago.
140.
celebrating a win.
You were talking about it pretty much
60.
right on 7 minutes ago that this game could have been really quick. It's turned out to be one of the longest games we've had in this group.
100. $140.
Can't be separated. But like Matt Edgar mentioned, Lipscombe having the darts in the
123.
last leg could have been the ace up his sleeve. He didn't even think about it until it was needed.
45. Adam, you
And he's in a
require
position where he
78.
doesn't need a treble. 2 singles will give him a match dart.
$58. Stephen, you require 156.
He's not going to get a chance at the big one. The question in the air is, can
Adam,
Lipscombe
you
finish the
require
job that Johnston
20.
couldn't? And if this goes in, it'll hurt. He does finish the job, and he joins the party on 6 points. That one's going to sting Stevie J, because at 3-0 up, we all thought it was going to be over rather quickly. But Big Baby from Portsmouth, he's gone and won the next 4 legs. He's smiling now, and he may have felt nervous during that one, but he's won it by 4 legs to 3, and that means he stays in the top 3 for now. But when we come back, it's time to see Shane McGuirk for the first time tonight.
Next year, when that decision needs to be made, he's going to be 49. 1 year shy of the age of the seniors.
A very viable option. Two players who were around that age. Well, what did he say about the 9?
Will we get the 1-4-1? Will the promise come true? Double 12.
Shot. And the match.
Steve West has won the match with a 9-dart.
Harrison has kicked off the last leg in perfect style.
It's everything, really. Oh, he's timing this well again.
180.
With a 9-darter, treble 19. Treble 15 leaves double 18. Franchise Harrison to win the game in perfect style.
Hauled himself out of it.
Yeah, it was something that Henry actually said in jest that I was quoted as saying Jared Cole is one of the most, it sounds a bit fishy. Glenn, do you know my grandpa Mark Salmon?
Do you? So on a 177 and a 180, he's on a potential 9-darter.
Come on, Jared. Yes, you beauty!
Nice and high, and has now got the game back into his
100
own destination, and wow, the momentum is with him. Here we go.
108.
I wouldn't have said it. Don't jinx it. Yes. Yes! Double 12! Yes! Get in there, Lee Cock!
Well, I think it's fair to say that the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit.
108.
6th max of the match. Oh, hang about. Hang about. It's getting ridiculous now. Can Tommy Leishman give us back-to-back 9-darters in back-to-back games? He could, you know. He could, you know. Goodness gracious! Wait!
Tommy Leishman.
Back-to-back 9-darters!
Just when you think things could be academic, when someone takes a 3-0 lead, you've got a big baby boy from Portsmouth who decides, I'm not having that, I'm going to win the next 4 legs. So we've got 3 players on 6 points in the table, and that includes Shane McGuirk, who has got the most amount of matches left to play. But Sean started with a 4-2 win over Lonsdale, and he's got himself off the foot of the table for now. And that group of players on 6 points, it could grow at the expense of this man from Monaghan.
First leg, it's Sean to throw first. Game on.
Is it an advantage for McDonald tonight to have the first 2 games that he's playing in the first 3 matches that we're going to see? Also finishing his schedule first. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, put it in your hands. Don't be the chaser.
100.
Try and set the pace. Certainly if you're one of those players that look at the league table and try and read the possibilities. Because the possibility right here, right now,
96.
doesn't read well for a player that isn't even on the stage. And that's Tom Lonsdale. He's currently bottom of the table, only picking up the 1 win. If McDonald is to win this game, he'll be 4 points off of everybody. Which means he's got to win 2 games just to draw level with the pack. And there'll only be 1 left after that. Which puts him in a very, very tricky
27.
situation. He'll be a Shane McGuirk fan here.
$100.
Change of flights tonight for Arrow. He's gone for the old translucent ones without a little bit of luminescent yellow.
129.
And still no Arrow case on the table.
Maybe he's waiting for a new case. He's teasing us. He's only going to bring it if he wins this week and comes back for Champions Week in early December.
Chain of Acquire 101.
He's got the 42 for tops.
61.
Good try.
Chain of Acquire 112.
Sean's biggest finish in his first game was 72. He's not going to embellish on that in this leg at least.
60. Chain of Acquire 40.
Double five.
35.
Too many times we've seen that over the last couple of days. And when you do that, you run the risk of losing the leg.
20.
Not this time.
Chain you require 5.
The game they had last night in Game 8, it was a bit scruffy. They were starting to tire at that stage.
1.
I don't think there's an excuse to feel tired in this game. It's early. They should be fresh. It's only their second day of competition.
Game shot on the first leg. Sean McDonald.
Sean will be wondering how on earth he's won that leg.
Second leg, it's Shane to throw first.
He's not playing anywhere near his capabilities. He will admit that. But he is now very competitive in this table.
95.
And that offers encouragement.
100.
Encouragement just allows you to throw the dart firmer, to get engaged with the battle. The last thing you want to do is be going into games feeling like it's pretty much 4-0 or you're out, and make mini battles within the battle. It's still in Sean McDonald's hands, where wins are enough, where he doesn't need to look into other possibilities. He doesn't need to look into people losing to other people to give him an opportunity. It's still in his hands with the fixtures that are ahead.
There you go. Shane is back in the maximum column. He was Mr. Maximum last night. He almost looks frustrated that he's had to wait until leg 2 for his first 180.
$98. Sean require 130.
Maybe he was frustrated that he had 168 left, but there was nothing he could have done about it. He can do something about 70, though.
$81. Shane requires 70.
Very, very good. How's the tops?
30.
And yet again, McDonald can pinch one.
Put this one on the McGuirk throw. A couple of darts here.
Game shot on the second.
Big hit.
Sean
Breaks the
McDonald.
throw, doubles his lead, commands the hockey.
McGuirk. Sean to throw first.
Concerned.
Game.
It's a very fetching shirt that Sean's got on tonight, by the way.
50.
Half navy blue polo shirt, half picnic blanket. And judging by the logo that's on it, it's from a very famous golf course up near Inverness that has seen some very famous golfers win at that complex, which is actually now called Cabot Highlands. Luke Donald's won there.
79.
Jeev Milka Singh has won there. Phil Mickelson has won there, beating Brandon Grace in a playoff. I've played that golf course and
60.
walked it when Luke Donald won the Scottish Open. It is a marvellous piece of land. It just goes to show that some dart players don't necessarily have a dart shirt. They want to wear something that they are comfortable in.
$123. 134.
Just starting to tune things up a little bit now, McDonald.
What is it about this fixture that doesn't seem
140. Jordan McGuirk 151.
to suit both of them? They don't want to hit that 90-plus level, it seems. Or have I gone too early in this match for that?
41.
It just
Jamie
feels like
McGuirk,
the
120.
80 average level is what these guys can do against each other. Double top again. And this time he finds it.
on the third leg. Shane McGuirk.
Biggest finish of the night so far. And it gets Shane off the mark.
It's Shane to throw first. Game on.
Shane McGuirk and Stevie Johnston could not be separated when it came to the group favourite.
82.
Even at this early stage, we could have two other players, in my opinion, winning this group. Even McDonald can do that now.
140.
So those odds might be out the window.
55.
You been up to Scotland much, Matt?
96.
Got any favourite parts?
Yeah, Burger King.
100.
Of all the answers I expected, it was not that. I got some beautiful parts. No matter what you want to do, relax.
95.
Get into the great outdoors. Play some sports. Spend some time with people. It's one of the best countries on earth.
81.
It is about to get a little colder up there. I will say that. And McGuirk is probably feeling cold after leaving 183 and giving McDonald 6 starts
56.
to get rid of this one. But yet again, the approach is troublous.
McGuirk not making a dent here. Big last start. Doesn't
59.
find.
Sean require 114.
McDonald feel encouraged. But wayward. No finish here. It's all just a little bit messy at the
49.
moment.
Shane McGuire 124.
Is he going to double down on 120 plus finishes?
99.
Not yet.
Sean require 65.
He would love a 25 to start. That's a great dart. Double top for another 2-leg cushion.
Game Sean the fourth leg. Sean McDonald.
Somebody
Fifth
is
leg, it's
sailing up
Sean
the
to
table.
throw first. Game on.
After last night where his leg difference was the worst. His points total was joint worst. He is starting tonight very, very well. And like you said, Matt, when we're doing our top of the show, he hasn't left himself with too much to do. He may have been at the bottom of the pack,
97.
but with a start like this, he's very much part of the action now, isn't he?
Yeah, and when you look at last night, he was going into that last game without a single win. And we said all he needs to do is get that one win, because with the rest of the players in this group all being so tightly bunched, a couple of wins and you can start to swamp them.
180.
As things stand, on the live in-play table, McDonald is in the top 3.
58.
I've had a question in our YouTube live chat from one of our regular viewers, Elaine Kearns. You know Elaine, don't you?
180.
She's asked where my favourite part of Scotland is. Well, Elaine, we haven't got all night. But my top 3 places are probably all golf courses.
46. Shane, you require 44.
Trump International, Cabot Highlands, and a little bit of Glencoe. I will say that.
36.
Shane will come back. That could have been a brilliant leg. And when I mean brilliant, I mean world class. 4 visits.
79.
It was a back-to-back
Shane
180s, wasn't it, in the scoring
8.
phase? He did give us 3 back-to-back 180s yesterday.
On the 5th leg.
He could do it
Shane
again.
McGuirk.
No pressure.
6th leg, it's Shane.
Another
to throw
game that
first.
is going to go 6 legs. Boo. He can't do it again.
134.
If he had, he would have done it the other way around this time. 2 in the first leg and 3rd in the next. Whereas last night it was 1 to end a leg last night and then 2 in the next.
$180.
1 visit too late.
But that is the 4th maximum of the game for Shane McGuirk. He had a game yesterday where he hit 5.
140.
But this, good timing from McGuirk because he was in trouble here. Was just starting to look at the possibilities and what it would mean if McDonald was to get over the line. That now looking in doubt because McGuirk has found his scoring boots and out of nowhere has raised his average to 95.
Yeah, his average is going up at the same
57.
level as the temperature of the water in my kettle. Double 16.
Game show.
We go the distance again.
Leg. Shane McGuirk.
A purple patch for McGuirk means that he
7th
might
and
halt
final leg,
McDonald's
it's Sean
charge.
to throw first. Game on.
We were thinking that Sean was going to make it to 6 points. He might not after all. And Shane might go to 8.
Oh, needs a treble. Finds it
96.
last start. McGuirk would have been watching there with the same level of encouragement, the same thoughts that we did, where he knew a lot pinned on dart number 3.
96.
Nothing lost, nothing gained.
$137.
With all of these tight matches, is this proving just how close this group is, standard-wise?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a mix, though, of people maybe doing more than they thought and others coming a little back into the field?
Well, what a time this is for Sean McDonald to find his first maximum of the game, but not only the first maximum of the game, potentially his best leg of the game in a last leg shootout.
He is from the Granite City, after all.
123.
If he takes this out to win this match,
McGuire,
he's got
88.
something else made of granite. He's not going to get a dart at this visit.
52.
What does McGuirk do to try and get a dart at any double
142.
to win this away from Sean?
$102. Sean McGuire.
He gets a crack,
36.
and if he doesn't take it, Shane is in waiting. He doesn't stumble.
Game shot and the match.
And McDonald wins 2 out of 2
McDonald.
to start Friday night. He is part of the equation. And as he wins and he goes up the table, it's Tom Lonsdale that has been cut adrift on 2 points. We now have 4 players on 6 points in the table. And we love games that go 4-3 because that's the second one in a row. And it is the second win in a row for McDonald. When we come back, the other Scotsman will try to repair the damage of Game 2 against the aforementioned Tom Lonsdale.
Hang on a minute.
Wow! Oh my God!
Nathan.
Well, That's 100 quid down the drain already. Itching to hit the 180. He's gone for the maximum.
18 for the bull. Bull.
53.
No, he said bull. That's a great first start from Adam. Oh, look at this. He's going to leave Scape. Oh, can you believe it? That is unbelievable.
Get match darts to put his team into the final. And through to the final they go. Charlie Murphy has hit the match-winning dart on both occasions. Double 4 for the title.
Please show your appreciation for the winner of the Influencer Pairs event, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
He seems to be out, that's what he is, Charlie Murphy. A couple more visits yet. We're not going to need that.
Bosh.
Pie Face is through. He gets
And he's
there.
absolutely buzzing.
It was a game that Pie Face dominated throughout.
What else is in store for the rest of the night? We've had so much drama here today with the end of Group C and the start of Group B, because already we've seen somebody win from 3-0 down, and we've just seen Shane McGuirk lose his first game of the night, averaging 97.09 and 4 maximums as well. Maybe that's a little bit inflated because of the trends in the match, but still, McDonald won that game by 4 legs to 3 with an average inferior to his opponent by 14 points. Darts can be weird.
First leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
And we like weird, because weird is very watchable. We hope you agree. We've still got 7 more matches to go.
Yeah, I don't think the numbers really reflect that game, do they? Because it was that middle part where Shane McGuirk reeled off 4 maximums across a couple of legs. That just sort of heightened the numbers a little bit. But the numbers that are important right now
100
are in the last column of the table. Tom Lonsdale 4 points away from everybody now.
97.
He has to win this game. If he doesn't win this game, he can only reach 6 points. And every single player in this group is already there.
100.
Meaning he's got to win the next 3, otherwise he's not going to qualify.
58.
While we can still say this, Matt, after everything we've seen tonight already, including Stevie losing from 3-0 up
105
against Lipscombe, he's still top of the table.
And a win here will just extend him at the top of the table.
135.
But I'm going to
96.
say here, if Lonsdale doesn't win this game, I think he's the first player to get the marker pen.
56. Tommy require 111.
By the marker pen, we mean the big line going through the name, the elimination from the possibilities.
51.
I thought you meant you had a chalk.
40. 20. Tom, you require
It has not
60.
been a great night on the doubles for Stevie J just yet. Is he punished again?
40.
The concerning thing will be the
require
amount
20.
of darts he's had since hitting a successful dart at the double. Because it was all match darts missed. And another
15.
6 to add on top.
Tommy require 20.
His confidence is going to be on the floor right now.
Game shot on the first leg.
Especially
Tom
now that he's been
Lonsdale.
broken. What does he
Second
do
leg, it's Tom to
in
throw
this spot
first.
right now? How can he
Game.
help himself on that stage?
Well, the hardest thing to do is also the thing he needs to do, which is
140.
not play it as a continuum. We play the game as if we're up here
58.
speaking about it. And you shouldn't. Every leg, everything should be individual. And just because you've missed, well, it's probably
55.
like 14 darts, I think, by now. At the doubles in a row doesn't mean you're going to miss the 15th or the 16th.
100.
And you tend to find that you get those negative thought patterns because when you're missing, you're like, oh, when am I going to hit again? Which is a negative spin.
42.
But if he hit 14 in a row, he'd have a negative spin because he'd be like, well, this is going to stop at some point. It's like you can never win.
120.
What I can tell you is that in leg number 2 of his second game, Johnston has already missed 20 darts at a double tonight.
100.
He's going to be relieved when he gets his next one.
41.
Might not be in this leg though because Lonsdale's 6 darts at 164. We know he'll go for it.
103.
He went for it even without the treble.
$56. Tommy requires 61.
Another 25 found.
Game
And
shot
a
on the
double 18
second
to
leg. Tom
double that
Lonsdale.
lead. What is happening here tonight?
Third leg, it's Stevenson
I
goes first. Game
wasn't
on.
sure that we would see a more heartbreaking situation tonight than what we saw with Jim Meyer this
125.
afternoon. I'm going to press pause on that right now because at the minute, the way this night is going,
82.
I can feel that something else is brewing up.
140.
We've got people tuning in from all over Europe and the world tonight, so wherever you're tuning in from,
57.
thanks for your company. We like being your dose of darts after dark when it comes to Friday nights.
140.
If you're resting at home or possibly in a hotel room, ready to have a really nice weekend away somewhere,
190.
get your feet up and enjoy the action, and we'll bring it to you.
56.
Was that double-double, or was that just him hitting 2 singles?
At this point, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
43.
Stephen Johnson,
Stephen,
the
you
main
require
thing is
40.
he needs to get a leg on the board. He needs to get a successful hit at the doubles because they're adding
Game
up.
shot on the third leg. Stephen
Gets
Johnson.
one. And that was a good solid leg of darts. That was a 14 darter for Stephen
Fourth leg,
Johnson.
it's
And
Tom to
that's
throw
the sort of
first.
response
Game.
that he needs and the reaction that he needed there. Just to keep Tom Lonsdale on notice because the pressure here is on
134.
Lonsdale.
It absolutely is.
57.
But if Lonsdale wins this match and goes to 4 points, we are going to be guaranteed someone at 8 points in the next match.
41. $99.
But if that person is Lipscombe, and then Lonsdale beats McGuirk in Game 7, we've got complete bedlam.
49. $100.
Is it a good thing for Lonsdale that it will feel like knockout darts now?
123.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the table, do you? You know your position. You know what you need to do.
100.
Takes away that extra dynamic.
His leg difference isn't disastrous, but the bigger the win, the better off he is. Tops.
114. Stephen Ibrock 145.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, boy, that was
105.
close.
Tommy Ibrock 40.
He made the wire move. Is the counter moving? It is. It's
John
3-1
McGuirk.
Lonsdale.
Tom Lonsdale.
And business is picking up right now.
Fifth leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
That was a big dart and a big miss. A big opportunity there for Johnson. One dart to get the
60.
throw back, to have a level game, to be best of 3 with the advantage of throw. Instead, he now has to be perfect. He can't afford any more
57.
slips, no more mistakes, or Lonsdale is back in it.
But what is it about tonight? No matter where Johnston goes,
58.
he's coming up against something. It's like Krusty the Clown running into rakes.
57.
I have never known a Group B when we've had 20 games that we're going to be
60.
playing. We've now played 13. This is the 14th game. And at the end of this game, if Tom Lonsdale wins, we will not have a single
93.
player qualified or a single player eliminated. With nearly 75% of the matches played.
180.
He doesn't score many of those, but he could use a few between now and the last game he
60.
plays, which will be
Stephen
against
Ibrock,
McGuirk in Game 9.
143.
1 down. And this time on a 140
137.
plus checkout. He decides to leave double 3. Answers via a
64. Stephen Ibrock
messenger pigeon.
6. Game shot on the fifth leg.
Never criticise
Stephen
what
Johnston.
works.
But this is the leg that Lonsdale would have been
Sixth
looking
leg,
at to
it's
get
John
the
to throw
job done.
first.
At the point of which he went 3-1 up, he would have thought, I get the darts in leg 6. That's the one to
139.
attack. That's the one I need to win.
When you've had problems on doubles,
100.
you haven't been hitting tops and 10s and 5s and a couple of other things as well. His instinct was to leave double 3. I think there's a very solid case to say that
47.
Stevie J thinks about this game slightly differently to most.
$26.
He can almost afford that 26.
Well, it's the old classic 180 followed by 26, isn't it? The traditional
180.
down the dog and duck.
156.
I didn't fancy Stephen to be most
100.
180s in this game, but that is the case. But this is a
85.
match-winning opportunity.
Tommy Ibrock 156.
Double top. He has won.
Shot and the man.
And Stevie J has
Tom
lost his
Lonsdale.
first couple of matches tonight. This table could not be tighter. It's as simple as that. We've got 4 players on 6 points still. And Lonsdale is not out of it on 4 at the bottom of the table. Like Matthew Edgar said, there's a lot to settle over the next 6 games. The next one will take us to the halfway point tonight. It will be McGuirk against Lipscombe. Welcome back to game number 5, and it is the second half of the action here in Group B for the week. And if anybody has a direct line to a physicist, a mathematician, or somebody who is a little bit cleverer than I am, please get them to call in, because we need them to figure out this table. Miraculously, Stevie Johnston has lost his first 2 matches tonight. He's still top of the table. Trying to figure it out is a very hard job. But what we do know is that in game number 5 here, it's probably going to go a minimum of 6 legs, because every other game has. But someone is about to go to 8 points to take that top spot off Stevie Johnston. But everybody will still be in at the 75% mark after this game, Matt.
I've never seen the like. And with
First
that,
leg, it's Shane to throw first. Game
leg
on.
difference is going to be important. So it's not just going to be how you win, or should I say, it's not just going to be about winning, it's going to be about how you win.
123.
And the other thing is, not one game in this entire group so far has been under 6 legs. So
60.
if a player can pick up a 4-1, 4-0, it could be a significant blow.
Could that be in this game?
180.
If Shane has got his biggest weapon firing from the off,
100.
and the big baby boy is going to have a lot on his plate. Here we go.
138.
He's starting very hot.
$140. Shane McGuirk 60. Game shot number
That is a wonderful first leg
Shane McGuirk.
from Shane McGuirk. 11 darts. And there was a bit of purpose in that.
It's Adam to throw first. Game.
Well, the only way Adam Lipscombe could have landed a blow in that leg was with a 9-darter.
67.
He has got history on the stage of being involved in a 9-dart leg. In fact, it was an historic 9-darter, the first
37.
ever broadcasted on television, hit by a female player
99.
in Fallinsherrick.
$94.
Shane is playing now at the start of this game like someone who knows that there's a lot on the line over the next 90 minutes.
100.
And if he doesn't get a move on, he could be left behind, even after such a good start last night. Just because you win 3 out of
42.
4 on Thursday night, it's no guarantee of success in a group like this.
59. $40. $140.
This is a good riposte from Adam, who miraculously won his first game after being 3-0 down. Meaning he's beaten 3 of the 4 players he needs to beat in this group.
28.
The only
Shane
person
McGuirk,
he has not beaten
140.
in Group B is Shane McGuirk. So he needs the result to complete the set.
100. Adam, you require 8.
For the first notch,
Game shot the
that'll
second
do very
man.
nicely.
Adam Lipscombe.
And if we go back to his first game, Matt, just how
Shane
important
to
could
throw
that
first.
116 checkout be that got him his first leg in that contest? It set him on his path.
Well, every comeback has to start somewhere, doesn't it? And that was the case there. That was in the treble 20. Does not count. Had this been soft tip darts, however, that would have been a maximum.
40.
Rules slightly different in regards to the soft tip. Doesn't have to be retrieved. It just has to register by hitting the fascia of the board.
93.
You've done a bit of soft tip, haven't you, in the past.
Great fun. I'm a big fan of soft tip darts. I think it's a great version of the game.
40.
Have you played much of it?
Never.
I'm surprised by that. It's right up your street. It's like a mix between playing Nintendo and playing darts at this level. It's got everything.
118.
I know Adrian Gray, who comes here to the Super Series on a regular basis. He's quite big in the soft tip world.
100.
Yep, he taught me how to play cricket.
170.
We're going to have to get one of those boards in here. Have a soft tip tournament.
134.
It would have to be a Darts Live 3 board, though. Those things are brilliant.
120.
Do you know who the referee is on that board?
You require 36.
George Noble.
Game shot on the third leg.
And there we go.
Shane McGuirk.
The 2 legs he's had that he's won in this game, 11 and 13.
Throw first. Game.
Somebody wants that top spot at the halfway point of the final night.
100.
The important thing as well is both of those legs have been done with the throw. So if Lipscombe was to break Shane McGuirk, he'd have to have gone out in 9 or 12.
120.
Not to tease you guys too much, but what's not to like about the next game? The Scottish derby between McDonald and Johnston. McDonald's won both of his games tonight, and Johnston's lost both of his games.
$81.
It's not an old firm game before anybody goes on about that. It's actually Falkirk versus Aberdeen.
60.
It's interesting though, isn't it? McGuirk's been so
92.
solid on his throw, then against the darts, has come up with absolutely nothing.
So true. On his throw, he's averaging 125.
100. Adam, you require 107.
His overall average is 27 less than that. He's got history tonight of having a high average and losing, so we know he's not safe.
47.
He's having one heck of a game here, is Shane.
40. Adam, you require 60.
So much brilliance and so much pain.
Game
There you go. We have a tied game, and
Adam
yet again we're going to go a minimum of 6 legs. Are we going to go the full distance of 20 matches?
Game on.
And everything will go at least 4-2.
Now he's got the darts. He's playing again.
140.
How many darts will it take him to complete the leg, though?
Well, the evidence of what we've seen so far in this game, not many.
85.
I think it would take a 15-darter. There it is again. 2 treble visits on his own throw. Not a problem. I'm sure plenty of his Irish pals
50.
are tuning in. We tend to get some really influential Irish people in darts watching on Friday nights.
140.
How about another 11-darter?
80. Shane McGuire, 87.
Could be. What's he doing on his own throw? Seriously impressive.
Shane McGuirk. 6 leg, it's Adam to throw first.
3 from 3 on the doubles as well, Shane McGuirk. This is where the problem's been when he's challenging the Lipscombe darts.
On his throw in this match, he's averaging just under 129. 128.83 to be precise.
78.
if he can find one more leg in this contest, he will lead
99.
going into the final 2 matches for everybody in Group B. And he may have to win again to get the 10 points.
27.
10 points will be safe. At this point, without looking at all of the intricacies available,
92.
8 points is questionable.
$137.
Can he find one more maximum? He's only had one. Here comes another.
180.
That is his 14th 180 so far, and this is only his
54.
6th game.
Shane, you require.
And for the
36.
performance of the week, it's double 14.
$22.
We know the powers of
Adam,
recovery
you
that
require
Adam has.
120.
Can he find the 60?
41.
Well, Shane might
Shane
not average
require
100 in this game
40.
anymore. But 2 points, they're flashing in front of his eyes. Double 2.
Good
He grabs them.
shot and the
And that was a really good
Shane
performance from
McGuirk.
McGuirk, especially on his own throw. He needed one break of throw to get over the line in 6 legs. We were looking all night to see who was going to be leading at the halfway stage of Friday night. His name is Shane McGuirk, and he's on 8 points at the halfway stage of night number 2. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, and just ahead of the Scottish Derby, which is a huge match in this table. Let's have a look and see what we've had happen so far. Sean McDonald has had a very good start tonight, winning against the darts and then holding against McGuirk. And that victory looks a lot better now, considering what we have seen from McGuirk since. With an average of 97.95 and 2 maximums, he wins by 4 legs to 2 and jumps to the top of the table. And this is where he sits. All of a sudden, Stevie Johnston's in a bit of peril. He has halted in his progress. McDonald has jumped from 5th to 3rd, and now he faces Johnston to see if he can go up even further in the ladder, which is our Group B table. This was a really good competitive game when it came to Thursday night. It was won by Johnston by 4 legs to 2, but at this stage, you have to say that Stevie J is feeling a bit bruised.
And probably quite vulnerable as well. A lot of missed doubles this evening, which does dent the confidence. So he had 5 from a possible 28 darts at a double. And when that is sort of something that is easily spotted, a highlighted issue, you always feel like you've got to compensate by scoring a little bit heavier to get that little bit more time.
Last leg, it's Sean to throw first. Game on.
If McDonald wins one of his last 2 matches, Matt,
96.
is qualifying dependent on how the margin of victory is in that match and
100.
possibly the margin of defeat in the other.
Well, it's going to come somewhere, isn't it? Someone's going to be affected by the legs because the group's too tight for it all to come down to that first deciding factor of points. But McDonald,
121.
I feel that surely at some point he's going to start raising his levels tonight because he's getting himself competitive. Should be growing in confidence as the night's gone on, and certainly what he's seen on the league table.
It's pretty clear now that if Sean beats Stephen
96.
and he beats Lipscombe, he will be in Saturday night. With the table aside, I think Johnston just wants to stop this rot he's on.
Stephen McGuirk, 161.
Shots on, 51 ball.
82. Sean McGuirk, 88.
Even that small 5 makes the next shot a little bit harder. If indeed he does get a look. 7-7.
Game.
And McDonald is picking this night apart.
Sean McDonald. Second leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game.
He's playing darts in an old school way, isn't he, Sean? No
80.
dart shirt. He looks like the kind of guy that would stroll into a working men's club and you think, he looks like a nice chap. Picks up a set of darts and he just shows you that
59.
no matter how well you play against him, he'll find a way to take you out.
$100.
Scotland are going to be very well represented next week at the World Grand Prix.
96.
Cameron Menzies there for the first time. Gary Anderson's going to be back there at a tournament he's never won.
80.
But arguably in the form of his life, which is crazy to say for a guy who's picked up multiple world championships.
Here's something for you. We talked about maybe longer formats could be
95.
a tiny weakness for Gary towards the end of the year. Now that the World Grand Prix is a shorter
100.
length tournament and a shorter format, does that play into his hands?
I think the
83.
format does
Stephen,
play
you
in
have
the
a
hands of
141.
new winners.
100.
It certainly helped Robert Thornton in this venue, didn't it? Do something he's not been able to do on the standard week here.
That's a good point. He's always been a great double start player.
77. Stephen Ibrahim, 41.
Here's where you got to double out, though.
Game
That's
shot
more
the
like it.
second leg.
No faffing there.
Stephen Johnston. Third leg, it's Sean to throw first. Game on.
Come on, then, Matt. I'm going to put you on the spot. Who wins the World Grand Prix? Or have you not thought about it in
97.
detail yet?
I haven't gone through the draw bracket and worked out who could play who. But
60.
I'm going to go with... I'm going to keep it quite vague. I'm going to go with a first-time winner.
57.
Okay, next question. You've got your selfish hat on. Who do you want to win it?
95.
Do you know what? I think there's someone very, very due a big stage win. And it's a player I know very well. And it's a player
31.
who, before he even qualified for the World Grand Prix, said if he is likely to ever win an event, it will be the World Grand Prix because he loves the format. He loves
85.
playing double start. And that's Ryan Searle.
I myself haven't looked at the draw bracket in
81.
major detail yet. But imagine if we get a final akin to something like Ryan Searle against Dave Chisnell.
60.
I think that would be really good for the sport.
Also, in form would be a first-time winner. Also would be Stephen Bunting, first-time winner. Great form, 3 Pro Tour finals this past week.
Luke Littler will be a
60.
first-time winner. And we could have a first-time winner here this week.
65.
However, John Worsley, who is in Saturday night once again, is looking for his second weekly title.
26. Stephen Ibrahim, 136.
Can he leave double 18?
60. Sean Ibrahim, 149.
This game is following a lot of the games that we've seen over the course of the night. There's a lot of doubt out there.
39.
There will be
Stephen
mistakes
Ibrahim,
made.
76.
But who can pounce and who can stop missing singles?
54.
Well, that was an unconventional
Sean
leave.
Ibrahim, 110.
Nice first start, though. How's the third? Very good.
Game Sean the third.
What a
leg.
weird leg that was.
Sean
You don't
McDonald.
often see a 24-dart leg with a ton plus checkout at the end.
Four-legged Stephen to throw first. Game on.
John Worsley, in fact, is the only person left this week who has won before. Chris Quantock, who left this afternoon,
60.
and we believe he's got a bit of a knee injury. He didn't qualify for Saturday night, so it's not going to be a second win for him.
84.
So the likelihood of a first-time winner this week, it's way more likely than the Group A winner going on to get that second
100.
title. The odds are against him.
Just taking a look at that live in-play table at the moment, McDonald being ahead here would see him jump up into second place
135.
and actually give himself a little bit of a buffer in the qualifying positions. Reminder, it is 3 players that qualify. And the other important
100.
fact here, Sean McDonald has turned around that leg deficit. He was strongly in the minus. As things stand now, back to 0. He has recovered very, very well.
140. $100.
I know that Clive Dunn once famously said, "Don't panic." But how close are we getting to Johnston feeling like he should panic?
62.
He's got McGuirk in the last game.
We'll find out in the next 6 starts how much panic there's going to be. I think a lot of it pins on this 80. Sean McDonald takes this. He'll be a leg
80.
away, and he'll have the advantage of throwing 2 out of the final 3 legs. And he's going to get 2 darts.
Game Sean the 4th leg.
Clinical finish
McDonald.
there from McDonald. And now, you ask
Fifth leg, it's
when
Sean
that
to
panic
throw
button might be
first.
pressed. I think it's being
Game on.
repetitively pressed right now.
I think he's starting to look like Father Dougal and Father Ted. Don't press the red button.
58.
I did not envisage this happening. I saw Johnston getting through with relative ease
83.
tonight, but we can be so wrong sometimes. I think that's one of the reasons why we keep coming back for more. Because there are tournaments, there are times where you think this sport
100.
is sometimes so difficult to predict that all you can do is put your feet up, sit back and watch. And don't get me wrong, there have been times at the top level
96.
where predicting Taylor would win a match play, that seemed like an open goal. Thinking that Michael Van Gerwen would win both tournaments in
26.
Players' Championship double headers, that felt like a bit of a norm. Or him winning a European Tour event. But tonight, it's like trying to teach me how to play craps.
60.
Haven't got a clue.
$60.
You said that if someone wins 4-0 or 4-1, it would change this entire table. This could be that match.
23.
But then again, it might not. As soon as we say that, something like that happens. Oh, that was gutsy.
100.
It was risky,
Corner
but it's
require
paid off.
167.
This is for the match.
99.
Johnson, you feel will have to start on the ball here.
He's not going to get a shot at the ball to finish it.
64.
So the gamble of leaving 1-3-2, it doesn't fully pay off. 1 dart for the match. And the Punisher is just that. That is the widest margin of victory we've seen in this entire group. And we've had to wait until game 16 of 20 to get anything that is less than 6 legs. The Punisher is now in 2nd position, and Stevie Johnston is in his lowest position in the table in this entire group. He goes to 3rd, Sean McDonald to 2nd, and Shane McGuirk, he's playing next against Lonsdale, and he could be safe if he wins his next game with a few legs to spare. Yes, don't forget you can be here on a Saturday night, and if you don't have any plans for tomorrow night and you are fairly local to Portsmouth, remember that you can attend for only £2 if you can get yourself to dartshop.tv and reserve tickets for the Series 9 Week 4 finals. And they're not that far away. By this time tomorrow, our champion will be crowned, and we'll have 4 names into Champions Week. Well, everybody got the memo on this one, didn't they? Everybody's in black. It's like a Johnny Cash revival. But Shane McGuirk, he's at the top of the table.
Game on.
And if he gets to 10 points, he's going to be one happy bunny. Here we go again.
125.
For legs played and matches to 180 ratio, Shane McGuirk could be setting some form of record here at the Super Series in this Group B. He has played 6 matches so far and had 14 180s.
100.
But wouldn't it be ironic if his opponent went and did something very special against him? We've been teased a few times
58.
to the 9. We've been 7 deep.
Lonsdale's mission is to do the double over Shane McGuirk. If he does, he will join 2 players on 6 points in the table.
134.
He'll have 1 game left against Lipscombe.
$140.
We're into game 17.
132.
Nobody's out. Nobody's through.
64. Shane back 176.
Today has just been weird and wonderful at the same time. Double top for Shane.
56.
And now the pendulum swings the other way. Lonsdale starting very well again. And taking the first leg in 14 darts.
Tom Lonsdale. Second leg, it's Tom to throw first. Game on.
I have tried in multiple weeks to figure Tom Lonsdale out.
100.
I'm still scratching my head. The form is there. He's just too erratic. But when he gets it right,
140.
he's so good.
But this is it, isn't it? He's got to get it right. It's now or never. He has to beat Shane McGuirk.
140.
If he wants any sort of hope.
Fair play to the way that Lonsdale's played in this group, because he's been given the long shift both nights.
91.
He's had the first game and the last game both evenings, and then 2 in between.
60.
Which means he's got the longer gaps between the games. Whether that's a good thing for him or not, you'd have to ask him.
140.
But McGuirk is the player who gets the dream scenario, in our opinion. Game on, game off. Game on, game off.
97.
And it happens again in the second half.
130.
He gets a shot at the ball. And it's another 12 darter.
Second leg. Shane McGuirk.
Or should I just say another brilliant leg that he's completed in 4 visits.
Game
because he's had 2 11 darters tonight. If this guy does not get through to Saturday, again, I will wear that Baltimore Ravens shirt, because he has to get through the way he's playing.
59.
We've seen the conclusion of Group A. John Worsley booking his place on Saturday. We've seen the conclusion this afternoon of Group C.
58.
Joe Croft and Kai Gotthardt. But I don't think at the moment we've seen
97.
the bar, the standard setter, the player to beat. Until now, I think Shane McGuirk is setting the standard this week.
83.
And he's the player that will probably go into tomorrow, should he get there with the target on his back.
120.
He could lose this game. He could lose against Johnston. He could stay on 8 points. He's not in the distance when it comes to leg difference.
134.
He's not safe. He's got to win again.
32.
We're going to have some
Shane
time
McGuirk,
here.
126.
The bar of the week.
Game Sean the
And there it is
third
again.
leg.
130
Shane McGuirk.
on the ball, followed by a 1-2-6.
Fourth leg is Tom to throw first.
Shane is turning up the heat right now, and let's face facts. This is turning into the performance of the week.
46.
The player of the week. I mean, look at the averages already tonight. 97, 97.95. Yesterday, a 93, a 90. He's consistently brilliant. 5 finishes over a ton. 14 180s. He's the guy to beat.
Seems to be the case.
77.
If he keeps playing this way, he might even average for the 100 mark tonight.
97.
And that doesn't happen very often. I remember when Dom Taylor did that about a year ago. And we all thought, he's going places.
57.
And he's had a very good year on the Pro Tour. Is there any reason why Shane McGuirk can't have that same incline in his career in the next 6 months? I can't think of one. And again.
180. Tommy Buck, 128.
Can he be stopped? Bull. Brilliant.
Game Sean the fourth
This is a
leg.
sensational game
Tom
of darts.
Lonsdale.
Hammer and tongs.
Fifth leg is
Fire and
Shane to throw
brimstone.
first. Game on.
Anything against anything. This is sensational. 3 ton plus finishes in a row in this game. All in the same
81.
range.
$100.
I don't know if you used to watch A Question of Sport a few years ago, but they used to have a game called What Happens Next?
123. $96.
Well, if they did the old spot the ball competition, it wouldn't be hard on this if they played spot the dart. It's normally in the treble 20.
180.
Oh, Tom. What are you doing starting on the 60 there?
17. Shane McGuirk, 117.
For another one. The streak of ton plus finishes stops at 3.
57.
The only way it continues is if Tom leaves one and Shane misses a bucket full of doubles.
78. Shane McGuirk, 60.
Well, Tom doesn't leave one. And Shane doesn't miss anything. A 14 darter. We are yet to see an average over 100 so far this week. However, Shane is significantly over that at the moment.
The doubling in this match has been
100.
out of this world. 3 out of 4 for McGuirk. 2 out of 2 for Lonsdale. He's needed to take every shot he's had
100.
just to stay in this contest.
$47.
Whenever this game ends, Lonsdale will have to wait till the last game to play his final match
68.
of this group. So much will happen between now and then. Lipscombe and McDonald will play.
134.
And that means that Lipscombe either goes to 8 points or McDonald goes to 10. Johnston McGuirk.
140.
We'll press pause on that because we don't even know where McGuirk is before we even talk about the Johnston game.
89.
But it's not looking good for Tom.
You look at the ball.
100. Tom, you're like 131.
Not another one. Double 16.
99.
That would have been
Game of
something else.
193.
But now he has to survive a match shot to stay in Group B. Double-double is available. But he decides not to do it.
53. Tom, you require 32.
Double 8.
Game shot on the 6th.
He takes his chance.
Tom Lonsdale.
What a great game this has been.
7th and final.
Only 12
leg,
between the
Shane
averages
to
on
throw
this time.
first.
But this
Game
really
on.
has been a sensational game of darts. Possibly the best one of the week.
Well, game number 1, Shane McGuirk had a 14-point better average
134.
and didn't win. We've now got a situation here where he's 13 points better off in the average.
59.
And again, he may not win.
Look at that breakdown of legs. If this was the Pro Tour,
23.
we'd be saying, what a great game. This is what's possible at the next level.
132.
When we say that Tom Lonsdale is a world-class player, we don't just say it because he's here.
94.
We say it because he's proving it. Same goes for Shane.
95.
He was within a whisker of leaving that 170 finish right there.
121.
That makes things just a little bit more complicated the next time around.
$59. Shane,
I like the
require
switch.
129.
But I don't like his chances. 72 left. But I assure you, if Lonsdale takes this out, this
Tommy
place will
require
shake.
156.
McGuirk is
60.
3 out of 4 on the
Shane,
doubles.
require
He only needs
40.
to hit one more to be the first person to 10 points. Double 5.
Game shot.
He wins a
in the
brilliant
match.
match.
Shane
His average does
McGuirk.
dip under 100, but only just. But both of them left everything out there. And McGuirk looks like someone who's got very little left, but they've still got to play one more match. And it looks like Tom Lonsdale has just come up short, even with a game to spare. Fought so valiantly. But when we come back after this short break, it's going to be Lipscombe against McDonald, who is about to set his bar very high by the looks of it.
Hang on a minute.
Wow! Oh my God! Well, that's 100 quid down the drain already. Itching to hit the 180. He's gone for the maximum.
Team for the ball. Ball.
53.
No, he said bull. That's a great first out from Adam. Oh, look at this. He's going to leave Scape. Oh, can you believe it? That is unbelievable.
Get match darts to put his team into the final. And through to the final they go. Charlie Murphy has hit the match-winning dart on both occasions. Number 4 for the title.
Please show your appreciation for the winner of the Influencer Pairs event, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
He seems to be out, that's what he is. Charlie Murphy. A couple more visits yet. We're not going to need that.
Bosch.
Pie Face is through. He gets
And he's absolutely buzzing.
It was a game that Pie Face dominated throughout.
After everything we've been through tonight with Group B, we now have the last match of the campaign for Sean McDonald. And after everything we have gone through over the last 7 matches, please don't let it be lost that Sean, if he beats Adam Lipscombe, will win every game he's played tonight and will get to 10 points after winning only 1 match in the first session. It turns out that maybe Sean doesn't like playing on a Thursday, but when it comes to playing on a Friday, he might be completely unbeaten because his first win of the group came in the early hours. And hours later, he now has a chance to qualify by winning this 8th game.
First leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game on.
He has spoken, hasn't he, about changing technique, changing rhythm, changing pace, and just take a little bit of time, doesn't it? Just to sort of get settled, get used to those little changes. He's playing a lot quicker, more rhythm, which means he needs to rely on feel, and to get feel you need reps. You need time in the game, and he's got stronger. And if he does get through to say, I think we're going to see the best of him tomorrow night.
85.
I don't see why not. Even if he loses this game, he's still in a very buoyant position to get through to Saturday night.
100.
Stephen Johnston's not going to be feeling great against the possibilities of Game 9 because
85.
McGuirk tonight averaging high 90s for the night. He's going to be very hard to stop. And it might just be the nightmare opponent for the Scotsman who's playing his 5th day of the week.
59. $137.
202 is a number where you're looking for 105.
60.
Can't get a treble.
Adam, you've required
So it's going to be
54.
Adam. Favourite for the leg. And he takes it.
On the first leg, Adam Lipscombe.
That's what he needs. A good, hot start.
Second leg, it's Sean
In the
to throw
first half of
first.
play tonight, he was
Game
just leaving himself with too much to do. Against McGuirk in Game 5, he was outgunned.
180.
Everybody's getting in on the act right now.
140.
But it would be somewhat fitting if the one game of this group where Adam Lipscombe can look back on and say it was that performance that got me through,
81.
if it's game 2, where he was 3-0 down and he won 4-3 against Johnston.
140.
He's going to need to do something else, you feel. Whether it's in this game or another. But what I will say at this point
100.
is if he beats McDonald and he gets to 8 points and McGuirk wins the next
85.
one,
It's
all done.
140. $85. Adam, you require 136.
another one of those, please. And double 8.
Game Sean the second.
There was a mean look on that
Adam
man's face
Lipscombe.
when he hit that 136.
Third leg,
And
it's
maybe
Adam
that's what he
throw
needs to get
first.
over the line.
Game on.
He might be a big baby boy, but I tell you, he's got the heart of a lion underneath that dart shirt of his.
100.
That was a mightily impressive shot to add to the collection that we've got from all of tonight. The highest finish we've seen all week is 156
96.
from Joe Croft. But over the last couple of games, we've had 126, 128, 130 and 136.
100.
We're getting to the business end of the group, and the business players are standing up and showing their qualities. We saw
41.
Shane McGuirk moments ago nearly break the 100 average. It's been threatened again right here by Adam Lipscombe,
100.
who was running at 108.50.
I
96.
know that Sean's been picking pockets tonight, but it's very hard to pick pockets when people are playing so swiftly and so effectively.
60.
Of everybody in this group, nobody's had more weekly attempts than Lipscombe.
140. Adam, you're back on 141.
Great second dart.
87. Sean
And he'll be
McGuire,
dreaming of being
128.
3-0 up. He'll be saying to himself, don't hit this, Sean. Please don't hit this. And he's not going to.
56. Adam, you require 54.
Double top. He's been 3-0 down tonight. But this time he's 3-0
Sean the
up.
third leg. Adam Lipscombe.
Don't worry, I'm sure Sean's going to win the
Against
next
Sean
2
to throw
legs.
First. Game on.
Because we've only had one game, all group, that has been less than 6 legs. I know we keep going on about it, but it never happens that
60.
way. Not one game has been to 0.
85.
Well, that's 4 well-thrown darts there, Mike McDonald, and just surrounding it.
140.
Composure.
Here's a situation for you, Matt. If McDonald loses this game by 4 legs to 0, he will finish his
135.
campaign on 8 points and -2. Any win for Johnston in the next match, and he would vault McDonald,
180.
putting Sean out.
140.
Problem
Sean
is, he's got to play the
121.
pace set up in regards to the standard of Shane McGuirk. Lipscombe's already hit a big finish in this game, the
81.
136.
Adam, you require
Same equation, 2
141.
trebles and a double required.
.77 scored. And that treble 8
101.
puts him on exactly the same
40.
number as Sean. If he slips up, watch out. 777. This is a monstrous shot.
26.
That could be it for McDonald. There's nothing else he can do. He's not put away.
14.
How many more lives has he got up his sleeve?
Game
At
shot
least
the full
one more.
flag. Sean McDonald.
At this stage, we just don't know how crucial that leg
The
is.
flag, it's Adam to throw first. Game on.
He could have been sent packing if Lipscombe took out that 40-pointer.
87.
But he's got to do it the long way now, hasn't he? That was just a holder throw, and it was a holder throw of which Lipscombe could still have won the leg.
100.
Lipscombe got the advantage of throw on 2 more occasions, but I'm with you, legs difference. When saying it from about game 12 of this
55.
group, that it's going to come into play and it's going to be important.
Well, here's the weird thing. At the point where Adam was going for tops, he was in second position in the table. And Sean was third.
139.
As soon as the 777 goes in, Sean goes back to second and Adam goes back to third.
100.
It's probably a good thing they can't see the table live on the stage because it will be frying their brains.
$83.
There's only so much drama we can take as folk and darts fans.
49.
That old phrase of ignorance is bliss. Yeah, I'm fully on board with that. Especially if you're playing.
And
98.
again, finds just that one big treble. And again, with the last start in hand.
15.
I told you he was going to win the next 2 legs.
81.
Looks like it's going to be the case. But like you mentioned, Matt, this is for a break of throw.
$61.
He'll be back.
$47.
Since missing those match darts,
Sean, you require 20.
Adam really hasn't played well.
Game
And Sean
shot
can
the fifth
hit
leg.
what
Sean
Adam
McDonald.
couldn't to beat him. We're back on throw.
Sixth leg, it's
Oh, how
Sean to
things
throw
can
first.
change.
Game on. $96.
I remember Sean McDonald playing in Southampton, and he played 2 consecutive weeks.
85.
He won a weekly title there, and he played in the subsequent Champions Week after that, when it was 4 qualifying weeks, and week 5 would be a culmination of the champions and the
134.
runners-up. He would lose in the final to Richie Burnett.
180.
He's still got the same qualities that he had back then. That was 3 years ago.
101.
He's doing the right things. I really like that tactic of leaving the 170 finish. But somebody's woken this guy up.
121. Sean and McGuire, 100.
To take us the distance. The biggest finish achievable on the dartboard. It's not going to go. Lipscombe's only a treble away here from getting a match dart. Something he's been
96.
restricted from
Adam, you require 115.
since he missed a handful a couple of legs ago.
He's been dragging that dart into the 7 when he's switching.
Yeah.
It's happened an awful lot.
43. Shawnee requires 74.
McDonald has been holding things together extremely well. Double top.
34.
Another chance to win for Adam.
He requires 72.
He's got to go 14 bull now. Bullseye.
47.
Another match
Shawnee
start
requires
slips by.
40.
McDonald is bulletproof.
Game.
And he's still there.
Sean McDonald.
After winning from 3-0 down
7
earlier
from
on today,
against Adam to throw first.
is Lipscombe
Game
about
on.
to feel what Johnston did against him?
95.
The table right now reads Lipscombe 4th, McDonald 2nd. It is literally
58.
changing by the leg.
And moments ago, Lipscombe was in 2nd. And just one dart
79.
away from pretty much booking his place. Now, he's out the top 3.
$140.
The ace up his sleeve is that he's A, still in this match, and B, has another match after this.
45.
McDonald doesn't, neither does Johnston.
$78.
How has that last dart gone in? Did he find a lamp when he was walking back from the board and he shined it and he got an extra wish?
29.
Oh no. That could be very costly.
81.
That's not bad. What would McDonald give for a final 140 of the campaign? He's not going to get it. But that'll do.
34. Adam, you require 101.
Leaves it handy. Lipscombe needs a treble. Doesn't find it. McDonald
49.
will be expecting at least
Shawnee requires
one dart here
62.
for an unlikely win.
He's one visit away from a ridiculous comeback and a place in Saturday night.
44.
He's missed his chance,
Adam,
and it's
you
missed
require
by a good
52.
centimetre as well. Does Lipscombe eventually win? He does win. The emotions of that game so up and down. And Lipscombe now goes to 8 points in the table. And McDonald is going to have to wait to see if he's done enough. He's not going to have to wait long. But for now, he's in 2nd position in the table. It's just a question of whether he stays there. Join us after the break for Johnston against McGuirk, who's already through.
Next year, when that decision needs to be made, he's going to be 49. 1 year shy of the age of the seniors.
A very viable option. 2 players who were around that age. Well, what did he say about the 9?
Will we get the 141? Will the promise come true? Double 12.
Has it?
And the match.
Steve
Steve
West
West.
has won the match with a 9 dart.
Harrison has kicked off the last leg in perfect style.
It's everything, really. Oh, he's timing this well again.
180.
with a 9-darter, treble 19. Treble 15 leaves double 18. Franchise Harrison to win the game in perfect style.
Hauled himself out of it.
Yeah, it was something that Henry actually said in jest that I was quoted as saying Jared Cole is one of the most, sounds a bit fishy. Glenn, do you know my grandpa Mark Salmon?
Do you? On a 177 and a 180. He's on a potential 9-darter.
Come on, Jared. Yes, you beauty!
Nice and high, and Fox has now got the game back into his
100
own destination, and wow, the momentum is with him. Here we go.
108.
I wouldn't have said it. Don't jinx it. Yes. Yes! Double 12! Yes! Get in there, Lee Cox!
Well, I think it's fair to say that the blue touch paper has been well and truly lit.
108.
6th max of the match. Oh, hang about. Hang about. It's getting ridiculous now. Can Tommy Leishman give us back-to-back 9-darters in back-to-back games? He could, you know. He could, you know. Goodness gracious! Wait!
Tommy Leishman.
Back-to-back 9-darters!
Welcome back. We've got 2 more games for your darting entertainment past the midnight hour, and things aren't quite done yet. But one of the guys on the stage, he'll be feeling rather relaxed because Shane McGuirk is through to Saturday night. And we can confirm that Tom Lonsdale at the foot of the table is eliminated from week number 4. But 3 players at positions 2, 3 and 4 are vying for 2 spots left. As you can see, there's only 2 legs between them and 2 points between them at this stage. But what we can say is Stevie Johnston must win this game to stay in contention. After the way that Shane's played tonight, I think he deserves to be in Saturday night. He's played so well. Big finishes, lots of 180s. But the antithesis of that is what Johnston's been through. This has been a freaky, freaky Friday.
I made quite a bold prediction at the start of the show. I said I feel like a player that's starting the night on 6 may not go through.
Stephen to throw first. Game on.
That would be the case if Johnson is not to win this game.
And if he doesn't win the game, he doesn't win anything tonight.
40.
And it's very simple for us to sit here and think that losing from 3-0 up against Lipscombe in game 2, that it's that game that has caused all of this. We don't know that. We can't just step into the body of Johnston like Whoopi Goldberg does to that person in Ghost. We would have to ask him, but if he doesn't qualify, he might want to be left alone for a while.
$134.
If you're Adam Lipscombe right now, after what you've just been through in game 8, are you praying that Shane does a job here and gives Adam a game to spare?
Yeah, and with that, you've kind of got the ideal person going up there at the moment, because Shane McGuirk is banging form tonight. 97, 97, 99 the averages for Shane McGuirk in his 3 games. That is impressive.
$60. Shane McGuirk 48.
To get off to the ideal start against the darts.
Game shot on the first leg.
It's a 14 darter and the form is not relenting. What a collection of legs he's getting tonight.
Game on.
Johnston all of a sudden is staring down the abyss.
100.
It might just be that the 3 that qualify from this group are the 3 people that joined us yesterday
85.
at 10 o'clock, or should I say on Thursday, because it's now Saturday morning. Johnston and Lonsdale fought valiantly to get positions 2 and 3 in Group A.
99.
They might both be leaving us.
$134.
The problem is, even if Johnston wins this game, he's not guaranteed. He has to beat the form player,
100.
and he needs a favour. But it is a sign of how things can change in the shortest group of the first 5 days of any week. And the signs are not good.
140. Shane McGuirk, 38.
That's better than a 14 darter.
Shane McGuirk. Delegate Stephen to throw first. Game on.
He's finding something special, isn't he, Shane McGuirk? It has been one of the best performances I have seen from a player in Group B across the night. And he can't go through the card because he lost the first match.
Do you know what? I'm sure Shane knows John O'Shea really well. Everybody in Ireland knows John O'Shea really well. But the way he's playing right now, there's a line from The Dark Knight from the Joker that is very apt for the man in black throwing right now.
131.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. And this message, you might as well have a drone show out there saying Shane McGuirk is playing at the peak of his powers, because he is.
When you look at Johnson, and it's as if Johnson's aware of it and knows that he's going to struggle to land any sort of blow on this game.
100. Shane McGuirk, 170.
Even when he loses his concentration, he still finds a treble. He's on a finish. I don't fancy he's going to get a look at a double in this leg. 2 double tops.
45.
I wonder if that was the right time to do that. I speculatively said that he would do that because I thought he would. Does he regret doing it?
60. Shane McGuirk, 60.
Well, for a double breaker throw, it's double 20.
20.
Lifeline.
Stephen McGuirk, 80.
Double 10.
75.
Oh, there was some shoulder in that one.
Shane McGuirk, 40.
And McGuirk for 3-0.
Game shot on the third.
He's just not relenting.
Shane McGuirk.
It doesn't look likely that Johnston is going to make Saturday night on this occasion. After what has been a ridiculous roller coaster this week. 22 points in Group A.
60.
He was only just pipped to the post by John Worsley. And after everything that's happened in the last couple of days, a great start on Thursday. It looks like he's going to come up short. And let's not forget,
83.
McDonald could have beaten Lipscombe in the previous match. Nothing has gone Stevie J's way. Unless he wins the next 4 legs, of course.
Well, that's a story we have seen happen already this evening. We know it's not impossible. We've nearly seen it twice. But it's not
36.
against the levels that McGuirk's been showing, who will have 6 starts now from 178 to get the job done.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? He puts in the maximum to put in a bit of
100.
defiance. And the next thing that Shane does is hit him back with one.
85.
This
Chain
is to
number
send
78.
Stephen Johnston out. Double top.
38. Stephen require 100.
To save his skin. Needs to be 2 perfect darts. There's one. Oh, what a shot that is from Stephen Johnson.
Stephen Johnston.
Shane McGuirk's had a match dart that would have eliminated Stephen Johnson from this tournament. And he digs deep.
My word, we've seen some finishes tonight. Some of the best ones we've seen
60.
aren't the biggest. The 116 from Lipscombe against Johnston earlier, that was just to stay in that game.
95.
That was seriously impressive.
60.
The last 4 games we've had have all gone with the throw. Boy, does Stephen want to make it 5.
60. 100.
There are times when you just have to sit back and enjoy a scenario. Words
43.
no longer serve their purpose. You know the situations.
135.
You know how the players must be feeling. The biggest question in the air is, can Johnston just keep digging his way out?
43.
And remember, even if he wins, he still needs a favour in the last match.
But McGuirk is just coming off the pace here. The average that was well over 100 now dropped out of the 90s.
110.
He's on a finish. It could have been so much easier than 140. Double 16.
20.
And that's 60 on the floor for McGuirk. It now makes a difference.
Even a single 20 would have left a much better possibility.
Don't miss this time.
16.
Double 4.
40.
That could be that.
Shane
He's had his chance to get back into the match. Does Shane get rid of him this time? He doesn't.
30. Stephen, you require 2.
This commentary box might as well be Alton Towers. We've been up and down that many times.
Game
And here we
shot
go
the fifth
again.
leg. Stephen Johnston.
This group
Sixth leg
is
Shane to
insane.
throw first. Game on.
That's 7 match starts now for Shane McGuirk that he's been unable to take.
140.
When you think the way he's been playing so far this evening, you think he'd have cashed those in and the players in the back room will have something riding still on this.
There's got to be a record for a Group B somewhere of missed match darts. This is up there.
51.
Earlier in the week, Johnston had 2 consecutive matches
55.
where he missed multiple match darts, totaling 13 before winning both games.
59.
All he's craving right now is 1.
$80.
And what we've seen from him in the past, the obvious passion, the aggression, whatever you want to call it, he's kept it so hidden, waiting for the right moment for it to come out.
Did you notice there was no change of equipment there after piercing the back of the dart?
No, he didn't change it, did he?
100.
He's trying to stay in rhythm. He doesn't want anything to disrupt it.
$55. $66.
I don't think that's enough, you know.
53.
But let's face it, what do I know? I've been trying to predict what happens in this group for the last couple of days, and I've got most of it wrong.
57. Stephen Evercoin, 155. $65.
That's sensible.
Jane Evercoin, 96.
Can he dodge another to take us all the way? 2 double 19s is not going to work.
40. Stephen
What
Evercoin,
happens
90.
here? Bullseye.
65.
I swear that wire moved.
Jane Evercoin, 56.
Everything changes if Tops is hit.
Game shot out.
It's a valiant fight for Johnston, but unfortunately he's come up one short, and Shane McGuirk is going to win this group. He's a very happy bunny, and he's done the double over Stevie Johnston. So much drama in the games that they have had, but the young Irishman is the main man in Group B, and we've got one game to go, and that means it's good news for Adam Lipscombe, because he, like Sean McDonald, has just made it through to Saturday. Welcome to the final game of Group B, and Adam Lipscombe is going to be one happy man. He had the last 2 games of the schedule in the final 3, and with 1 game to spare, he knows he's done enough, because Stevie Johnston was not able to beat Shane McGuirk at the top. So Lonsdale has 1 final lap before he leaves. And he's going to leave with Johnston. The two
First
Group A
leg, it's
graduates are
Tom
not
to
going to
throw
make it
first.
to Saturday.
Game on.
But the three people that joined us on Thursday night, they've all done it. McGuirk, McDonald and Lipscombe will join
140.
Croft, Gotthard and Worsley.
100.
It's about position now for Lipscombe. If he can beat Lonsdale for a second
42.
consecutive time in this group, he will jump Sean McDonald into second. And what that will mean
100.
is that he will dodge McGuirk and McDonald tomorrow night. Or should I say tonight? I always do that.
59.
It'll also mean financial benefits as well, won't it? Because the higher you finish in the table, the more money you make.
85.
And like we always say, you want to finish on a win.
60.
How do you think Tom's feeling about the way things have panned out over the last couple of nights?
I think he's going to be very disappointed. I think he'd have expected to at least be in the top half of the table. And making sure he was here on Saturday. But we now know who is going to be here on Saturday. And I do reckon now that Lipscombe's in there, we may see
57.
a few tables get filled.
I think we say every time that Adam makes Saturday night that on the Saturday morning of him qualifying, the biggest news in the town of Portsmouth is, are there any tickets left?
57. Adam, you require 76.
So if you haven't already got your ticket for Saturday night, you're probably not going to get one.
Game shot the first
Because
leg.
he's looking in his victory
Adam
lap to get
Lipscombe.
one more win.
Second leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game on.
Lonsdale before has been eliminated in a Group B, which was a brilliant Group B. So this will feel quite familiar for him.
140.
But he's acquitted himself very, very well again this week without making Saturday.
40.
And the three players that are making it through,
121.
if we could attribute a certain word to how they've played the last couple of days, no
59.
word would be the same. They've done it very different ways. It feels like Lipscombe has survived. Sean McDonald has burst through the field
25.
over the course of tonight, and McGuirk has just had the quality.
Yeah, he's excelled, hasn't he, Shane McGuirk? He's going to be an interesting one tomorrow. And I wouldn't be surprised to
93.
see him go off the favourite tomorrow on the evidence of the performance line that we've seen over the last couple of days.
125. 133. Adam, you require 90.
All the threes?
26.
Lonsdale was unable to leave a finish from his previous spot. So he has to continue to put the pressure on, which he will.
136. Adam, you require 64.
Just a bit higher.
No score.
Not that low.
Tom, you require 40.
I think he's feeling slightly embarrassed now.
Game shot in the second leg.
Well, I don't know what happened to the first
From
start, but the
Lonsdale.
second one was pretty good.
Third leg, it's Tom to throw first. Game
Did Adam miscount there?
140.
I was trying to even work out if he thought he hit the treble 8, but that wouldn't have left double 16, would it?
It would have left tops.
45.
And the first start was really low, and I thought, don't bust the score. But it looked like he hit double 16 on purpose.
58.
Like in his own headspace, he felt like he was on a different shot.
60.
I've been here a couple of times when Adam's been here on a Saturday night. It's been noisy. We've had so many fans in here before that we've had to open up the upstairs here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth.
180.
It's not necessarily a popularity contest, darts. I suppose sometimes it can be. But when certain players make Saturday here, the atmosphere does change. Lipscombe, Jimmy Van Schie, Steve West,
100.
Scott Mitchell, Thomas Banks.
$93. Adam, you require 116.
This looks familiar.
76.
Not this time.
Tom, you require 112.
Same sort of equation for Lonsdale, just the one treble. Well, it's going to be two now, isn't it?
52.
Keep the pattern
Adam,
going with the breaks to throw.
Game shot on the third leg.
Nothing wrong with that
Adam
whatsoever.
Lipscombe. Fourth leg, it's Adam to throw first. Game on.
It's amazing to watch Adam these days, because I remember the first time he came here, he really did put up a big fight to
92.
make Saturday. He just missed out. And then it happened again after that. He had to wait weeks
190.
and months to make his first Saturday. It was his ambition to make finals night. But now he does it on a more regular basis than ever. And it just proves that if you constantly put yourself in uncomfortable, pressure-filled situations, you can grow as a player.
$60.
First things first, he's been getting opportunities by playing very well in the local area and with ADC darts. And when he has been coming here, he's been making the most of it. His
59.
temperament has been impeccable.
143. $71. $59. Tom, you require 72.
I don't agree with that last dart. You should have stayed up top. Righto.
60.
Okay. Somebody's been reading the Eric Claris manual.
That would have been one of the most ridiculous shots I've ever seen in my life, and it would have been
97.
brilliant.
Tom, you require 12.
What's he going to do with 12?
Game shot.
Oh, it's just a normal double six. What are you up to, Tom? We are talking about a player this week who had a 57 checkout of bull, 3 and double 2.
39.
So we really shouldn't be surprised. And on 107 with 3 darts, he hit a treble 19 and went for the bull second dart.
60.
He's got a bag of tricks.
$137.
But if he'd hit 3 double 12s, that would have been something that Reece Robinson's never done.
$100.
You know, if he's watching this right now, you've just laid down the challenge.
80.
Even if he's in bed right now not watching this, someone will tell him sometime tomorrow.
140.
I suppose there's a time and a place to try and do things like that. You're out of the tournament. Your
41.
opponent is still in. You're trying to flex your muscle a little bit in your final match. I know there are some people who don't believe in doing things like that in a competitive game, but it is part of who he is. And as much as we can talk
44.
him out of it,
62.
he'll never change. Double 16.
30.
And this time he misses it when he needed it. Double top.
100.
Just for a second after that first start went in, I thought he was going to go bull.
Game
But
shot
he is
off the
behind.
flag. Adam Lipscombe.
He's not
Sick
getting
flag,
carried
it's
away
Adam
with
to throw first.
qualification
Game
just
on.
yet. He's got one more leg to win.
$60.
But he might have to play in 2.
139.
We might not see Tom Lonsdale again in this
78.
building this year. And that's what this year, or this time of year, is all about. If you don't make Saturday night at this stage,
59.
and if you don't win on a Saturday night, we say goodbye to you for 2024. We wish you good luck.
57.
And maybe we won't see you for the next 2 years, because if you go to Q school, you might not be eligible to come back here for a while.
95. $58.
I'm not sure if Q school is in the plan for Lipscombe. He might want to stay at this level for a year or two.
140.
As for what Tom does, it's entirely up to him. But if you ask me, I think staying at this level for him for another year is the
Tom
right
McGuirk,
thing to do.
68.
Well, that's the right thing to do there, to take out the 68. We go to the very final leg of this Group B campaign. But I think both these players will probably go to Q School because I think they'll be eyeing up the Challenge Tour possibilities.
I agree with that.
93.
One thing that we have had in this group, every game without a nil.
95.
1 4-1 scoreline. The rest of them, 6 legs or more.
180.
And a final time for Lonsdale to flex his muscle. And that's the first 180 of his game.
$42.
I sincerely hope that Lipscombe knows he's through.
52.
Otherwise, he's going through the mill a bit right now.
100.
I think we'll know how he feels in the next 60 seconds.
130.
Because he might lose his last match and he might have to settle for 3rd spot in the group.
61.
But he can snatch
Adam, you require 120.
2nd away from Sean McDonald.
75. Tom, you require 25.
To finish with a win.
Game
Very well done to
shot
Tom
and a
Lonsdale.
match. Tom Lonsdale.
He finishes on 6 points, just like Stevie Johnston. He's put up a really good fight at times, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. He has jumped Stevie Johnston unbelievably with the last start of the group. He actually beats the Scotsman to 4th position on legs 1, which means that Johnston has gone from top to bottom overnight. We'll have a chat about what we've seen in just a few seconds. I'm sure you guys enjoyed that because I know that we did, and I know someone else who did as well, Shane McGuirk. You said, just to us off the air, that you're very happy that you finally topped a table. You haven't just topped it, you've shown some incredible form over the last couple of days, Shane. Well done.
Yeah, it was on the bucket list. I topped Group A before and topped Group C before, and I never got out of Group B before. So I was like, I made it my mission to kind of top it and just do the triple, but it's small goals for me. But yeah, I was just happy to get through anyway, even if it came third or second or whatever it was. But I definitely showed a bit of bottle today, and when I needed to dig deep, I did, and it worked out for me.
Do you know how well you played statistically over the first 3 matches, especially because you were pushed?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I don't actually know, but I was taking it all in my stride, and everyone kept throwing things at me. Like when it was against the Darts, it just didn't seem like I had much chances in some of the games, especially against Adam there. Like I was holding my throw very well. I was going out in 11, 12 or 13 or 15, and then against the Darts I just found nothing, and then finally found it when I was 3-2 up. I says, just put a good leg against the Darts and hopefully it works out for you, and it did.
You must be really happy with the way you finished tonight, because there were some really good ones in there. We've seen you 130 on the bullseye. You had a game where it was toing and froing on the ton plus checkouts, but you were having the best of these battles.
Yeah, it probably comes down to experience, being here so many times, and I'm getting used to it now, and I'm getting used to that stage, and for me now is to do it in front of the crowd on a Saturday night, and if I can play like I did this evening and a bit of yesterday, I will be fairly confident that I can do something damage tomorrow.
You must be really impressed with the way that Shane has played tonight, Matt, because at times it just didn't look like anybody was going to beat him when he was really flying.
I wouldn't just single out tonight. It's been a very good couple of days for Shane McGuirk, and I think I said in commentary a few times that he feels like the standard, not just of this group, but of the week. When we look at the qualifiers that we've already got through at the moment, we've had question marks over them all at some point along the way, and each one have shown a few frailties, but not Shane. Shane's been strong, and he's just dominated this group.
What's the practice been like in the practice room leading into the game, Shane? Because I know that there's been a lot of tension in the table. We know that Stevie Johnston's gone from top to bottom tonight, so it must have felt quite tense in there.
No, it was dead on, until I think it was my last game there when I played Stevie, and I knew that if I won, Adam was through, and if I lost, Stevie was through, I think it was, or I don't know who it was, but I didn't want to lose anyway, because that's not who I am. I want to win every game I play up there. For me, winning games on that stage is incredible. And I just tried my best, and whatever way it worked out for everyone else, it worked out that way. But back room was good. It was good all evening.
Well, let's have a look at the table and see how things have finished. At one time, we just had no clue who was in and who was out. But in the end, it's a 4-point cushion at the top for Shane. Sean McDonald has gone from bottom to second and through, and Lipscombe through with a game to spare. I'm sure this is a group, Matt, that we will never forget.
Oh, it's been really tight, and you can see it in the legs difference column as well. The second place, we are +1 in the legs difference column. All the games pretty much go in the distance. It's been a tight group from start to finish, rectified in the table as well there. And when we take a look at the points, we've seen people go through on 6 before, and you're on the bottom now with that.
Well, these are going to be the 6 players in Saturday night. Worsley has been through for a couple of days, and he probably needed a couple of days just to polish up on a couple of things. But the person who pushed him the most in Group A is not going to be there in Stevie Johnston. McGuirk wins Group B, McDonald through, Lipscombe, Gotthard, who was the boss of Group C, and we haven't even mentioned what Joe Croft has been through today. A really dramatic week.
A dramatic ending, wasn't it? A 4-0 defeat. Thought he was out, no doubt. And then Jim Mayer goes up, misses that one dart to decide which player goes through. But we've seen enough from Joe Croft to know he's going to be a danger. He's just got to hit the ground running. He's come out slow the last couple of days. You don't get that luxury on a Saturday night.
Shane, do you want to know who you're going to play on Saturday night?
Yeah, let's find out.
Yeah, well, you haven't really got a choice, so we're going to show you right now. So when it comes to Group 1, it's going to be Sean McDonald up against John Worsley and Joe Croft. Group 2, Lipscombe, Gotthard and McGuirk. How does that look?
Yeah, it look at any way that was going to work out, it was going to be tight. There's no bad players there. I just need to play as I did tonight, I think, and whatever way the luck goes with me, it goes with me, and hopefully I can push on to at least to get out of the group, and from then we'll work it from there. I'll start off with the group, and then if I get to the semis, we'll start from there again, and then we get to the final, we start from there again. That's the way I work at it.
One last thing, Shane. I know you've got some good friends who have played here and won here. Have they been giving you any stick about the fact that you haven't won here yet? And would you like to say anything to them?
No, not really. We all kind of support each other in Ireland as well. Like, we all want to see each other do well, and I would like to win a week to get up there with the likes of Conor and Kieran, and it's my next step here. Like I says, I won Group A, Group B, and now I won Group A, C, and now B. So my next step is to win the week, and that's what I'm going to push towards. And I'm playing good darts this last while, so it's definitely in the locker. But if I can do it tomorrow, it's another story. But I'm definitely going to give it a good go.
Well, many congratulations. You've played so well the last couple of nights. We've really enjoyed watching you play at your highest level. And good luck on Saturday night. Matt, can't wait to start Saturday night. It's not that far away. And make sure that you join us come Saturday night, because Shane McGuirk's going to be there. He's probably going to be the favourite considering what we've seen over the last couple of days. But there are going to be 6 people vying for the Week 4 crown. Make sure you're here at 7:30 on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel. We will be here, but we're going to sign out for now, get a bit of rest. But come Saturday night, it's Champions Night time again, because who is going to be the champion?